come to you, Chio, as the lights, the crowd, the fame, everything you could have hoped for since you were a child has come true. At least that's what people tell you.
Yeah.
You can't seem to remember any of it. Not since the night you and your twin sister Naomi had a fight. That was months ago, and you haven't seen or heard from her since. You, Chio, and your sister Naomi both used to run a band together. Each with equal parts of music and vocals, you each knew how to sing perfect each pitch of your songs and play each instrument with harmony. You would even dress the same, which each show to see if the crowd would notice. But they never did, and neither did your love affairs, as you both would share lovers and trade places behind their backs.
This is with your twin?
With her twin sister, yes.
Yeah, I would like to point out there was no mention of fucking in my story. I may have masturbated a lot.
What's your character's name again?
Cauldron.
Cauldron does not, but...
I guess not. There was no mention, okay? I worked in shitty forges and then Rockstar.
We'll find it out!
I mean, it's kind of a fine line, like...
He's got a -2 to charisma, so I don't think Barrel Fox.
Yeah.
It's got like boils on it.
Yeah. Barrel looks a little unhealthy.
But yeah, you both would share lovers and trade places behind their backs. You would have bets to see if they would notice a change to your personality. And sometimes they would, but before they found out anything too much, you would switch back and make sure nobody found your secret. Naomi basically looks exactly like you, since you're her twin sister. Long silver hair, same skin tone, and same pattern of markings, although the color of her eyes are a fiery orange and her markings are a deep red. Although she would dye her hair to a flashy red as well. And for stage concert purposes, she would also make it so she would match up you for the power of modern makeup.
Are you Hannah Montana or are you Miley Cyrus?
Both would switch out and make sure you guys were looking exactly the same for the
Shows.
Yeah.
Of course, there were differences between the two of you. She was better at creating lyrics, publicity, and managing the band. Whereas you came up with the music, the beat, and the rhythm, and handling the money.
Oh, so the work.
Yeah. Naomi was also outgoing, adventurous, loud, and knew how to speak her mind. You, however, were more reserved and introverted, but that wouldn't stop you from mimicking her when you would switch, even though it was sometimes out of your comfort zone. The thrill was what kept it going.
It does actually kind of work with the character, because I'm like, I already thought Slider's personality was just lazy and tired all the time.
How are you gonna
But still a good pilot.
Still a good fun. You guys each lived the better half of 2 lives together, and it all started when you formed your band called Manifestation. And it's an upbeat synth band, creating its roots in the electronic dreams of the neon streets of Aeon, the largest city on the floating isle of Primal Crux, which is the largest planet in the Galorian system, just beyond the Galorian belt.
That's not my name. They call me.
There's a strange phenomenon within the Galorian system itself that washes over all the planets in the system. Whether a series of solar flares or particles from a nearby nebula, every 3 weeks, each moon on each planet appears red from each other of their surfaces.
Space death.
Yeah. You know,
Every 3 weeks on the supposed blood moon, you guys would perform on small stages making a name. You were good, and you got noticed not too long after, and kept up the tradition of holding concerts on this blood moon night.
Blood Moon Night?
Blood moon night.
Blood Moon Night.
Very cool.
Yeah.
suspect.
Can I roll for tickets?
I would also like to roll for tickets.
He sets the price.
I see a commercial while I'm working. Yeah, I want to go see that.
Barrel of spark.
I bet you that guy.
It's 3 credits.
I'm sitting there like, I bet you they fuck.
But you guys did make a popular name for yourselves.
Wish I could bear it.
3 years flew by, and you even had gotten in the top 5 charts 3 times.
Yeah.
And each time you were number 1 on those charts for just a couple months.
Couple months. That's a good run.
That's still good right now.
For the galaxy? Yeah.
For a Galaxy 1.
How many credits do you?
It's
Well, I started with 1,000.
Ooh.
I imagine.
No.
I imagine when the blood moon came, it may.
We perform concerts on blood moons. Say we had 3 moons.
Yeah, it's like
On
Coachella.
your planet,
Cello. Blood cello? Yes.
There is 1 moon of Primal Crux.
Okay. I need to write down the name. Primal Crux.
Also owned by the Imperial.
The city that you grew up in was called Aeon. A-E-O-N.
3 nights, 15 bands.
You had done. Sorry, hold on. Yeah, you guys were in the top charts for a few months across several systems and quite a few planets. Your biggest song, reaching out to the expansive space, is called Aeon Spirit. You had done a few tours as well within the Galorian system, outreaching to some of the neighboring planets. Your careers had grown to a good place, and you were content with the fame and the money. It was
What was that?
They're the dwarf fight.
Barking fighter.
That was an odd part.
It was a normal night. You were prepping for a concert later that evening at a place called The Flux. The Flux is a moderately sized concert hall near downtown Vermeer on the planet Selenium 7. You had performed here a couple of times and it was a good venue. Partially outdoor and an in-house bar. This was probably going to be one of the biggest turns out you've seen at this location, and you were very excited to perform, and so was your sister. Each of you worked in tandem along with your backstage crew to get everything ready for the night. And after everything was set up, you decided to head back to both of your guys' hotel and get dressed and freshen up. And your sister was going to as well, since you had. So that is where you are now, in the hotel, fresh out of the shower, dressed and ready to go. Your sister comes up to you and asks if you want to hit the bar or go anywhere else before the concert. You can decide what to do at this point, but she wants to take drinks with you. You agree to getting some drinks with your sister before the show. You guys head down to the Flux, to the bar that's there.
Yeah.
You guys are there for maybe an hour or so. You've gotten a couple of drinks at this point. Your sister's a little bit more tipsy than you are. You tend to handle it a little better than she does.
I'm even considering I have -30 in competition.
You have a -3 in constitution.
Maybe there's a reason you have -3 in constitution. Cirrhosis.
There it is. Yeah. And you handle it. She must have like a -12 or something. She just looks at alcohol and just dies.
Cody. Stay.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
About an hour rolls by. Make a.
Seven.
You are getting the feel of it.
Physical credits look like that.
The Flux is a place you guys have been before, but it's not exactly super familiar. So it's hard to tell if you've known anybody around here. You guys move around a lot. You do, however, notice something a little different with Naomi's drink. She's given it from it's even more so than you feel from what she orders.
I have always
A few minutes later, Naomi kind of
It's us!
bar itself.
Shooting people. Shooting gobbies.
That's Joyce 2.0 right now. I can't really do a thing on it, so.
Joyce, but with a machine.
He looks up to you and that was a good drink.
I think maybe you had a bit too much.
You pick her up off the bar, and you start making your way out towards the door. You pick up the case as quick as you can, and as soon as you start making it out towards the door, you hear a gunshot bullet pass right by you.
It's not.
Okay. As another bullet fires off from him.
A man is just shooting at you.
Yeah, the bartender, in fact.
Very nice.
As he uses his movement to hop the bar, to try to get closer to you. That ends his turn. Another one off crowd pulls out his gun as he's moving towards you as well.
Yeah,
Both
imagine
kind of
those
stop
on
here,
checks
like you.
for saving against poison or sleep or something like that. Probably
He
doesn't
goes to
matter.
take a shot at your sister,
But you think like
and say that hits.
Yeah, I mean, maybe.
yeah,
Or no.
But I imagine that would
Yeah,
be.
that hits.
42.
So you can do
Yeah, maybe 42.
Well,
Yeah.
6 points of fire damage to her.
yeah, because I would figure dash would have been 10, but that's just
But that ends his turn. And then your sister is actually up next. As she tries to, whatever she's in,
What's that?
trying to help me run as quick as we can, but we're going to fight our way out too. So she pulls out one of her pistols. Fire damage goes right into his chest, basically. It burns up the side of him, and the other one just burns a hole right through him, and he falls to the ground.
Please don't.
Clear.
That ends her turn. It is now your turn.
Alright. I guess I'll pull out my pistol too.
You can throw it away.
I think a customer's all going to use the quit. Sooner we can use it.
Yeah, you can.
But use the
There she kind of shakes off whatever's going on with her head for a little bit,
yeah, temporarily.
temporarily. I assume you move further out into the streets.
Yeah.
Okay, you try and get out as quick as you can. So
Good job.
they come outside as well. One's going to throw his with a 16 to hit.
Ow. He did it. He tried and he succeeded.
For 3 points.
All my stamina.
yeah, that's
Just
what
to
would,
make it does take stamina.
that's what would happen to me. What are you gonna stab me?
That was bad.
He did in fact get stabbed.
Yeah. Oh my god, you guys have such cool fans. Are you about to get John Lennon? John Lennon was shot by Ken. So was what's his face, the guitarist from Pantera. It's crazy how many fans actually kill artists.
Another shot.
I love you.
But miss.
Fire at the closest one.
Yes.
I mean, 18.
Nothing to
18 hits.
Okay, so the good save is +2, the poor save is 0. It's reflex.
And your blast rings through his skull as he falls to the ground. As you guys escape from the bar itself. You guys travel as far as you can, making back ways to try and get back to your hotel. Naomi, along the way, kind of collapses in your arms too, as whatever is affecting her, whether it's alcohol or some drug, she falls unconscious, and you just go back to the hotel.
Make a call.
Yeah.
For whatever little law enforcement or
Sure. Yeah.
in the hospital.
911 help.
You call down if there is a 911, whatever that may be.
Somebody call 911.
yeah.
But not for me.
But not me. You end up getting to your hotel, and you make a call real quick to the local law enforcement, saying that this happened at the bar, they're gonna fight, people tried shooting at us. She's hurt. Yeah, you get out the information that your sister is hurt, and before you finish your call or finish the information that you're providing to them, you feel a sudden urge of exhaustion. Your heart rate slows way down, and you pass out as well.
It's
You wake up back at your room at the hotel. You feel terrible. You get out of bed, you look for Naomi, but she's not within the room. And a stern and heavy knock comes from the hotel room door. Just stop.
walk to the door with the pistol in hand. Like that kind of just behind
You cautiously walk to the door with your pistol in hand. You look through the keyhole, and you notice a familiar-looking face. It is one of your friends and backstage manager. His name's Doom. He is a species of Trox. He's a large, 10.5-foot creature, weighing almost a ton. He is a giant bipedal beetle-like creature. He has 6 arms. 2 are hulking and large as his main hands, and the other 4 are kind of tucked near his chest. Unless they're kind of smaller. He has a long, large tail, and his hide is tough and thick, and with chitin forming an exoskeleton. He has large, clumsy mandibles near his mouth. The mandibles are used for stabbing or anything. It mainly uses them for picking things.
Right.
But he speaks in a soft and stern tone. Gio, are you in there?
Open the door.
You
Do.
You open the door and greet him. Ah, thank goodness, Gio, you're awake. Drew and I have been worried sick. Reyes, your producer responsible, is livid. You and Naomi missed your show last night, and it's been a complete disaster. Can I come in? What are you talking about? She was in the room.
Since I woke up, she's not. I haven't seen her.
She... Can I come in?
Sure, yes. Please.
If he can
If
fit.
you can fit in the door.
Crumples down.
Yeah.
He moves in.
Does he scuttle in?
Yeah, like he uses his small
Like a
arm.
cockroach. He's flailing around, get through the door.
A little bit of poo comes out.
Sorry about that.
It's a hotel.
It's
Room service.
it's hereditary. It's a medical condition.
Who have Crohn's disease?
I poop a little bit.
I'm a nervous shitter.
Oh.
Listen, I don't know what's going on, but it can't be good. I heard you called for paramedics last night, early this morning. What happened?
Naomi wanted to get some drinks, just have a casual time. Was okay with it. We went to the bar nearby and just having some drinks. I did notice just something a little off about her drink, but I didn't think anything of it. And then
I did see I just pulled a little bit of something.
yeah, Naomi suddenly like collapsed, like she was both exhausted and maybe drank too much. So I figured we should start heading back to the room before we have to go to the show. And then suddenly there's several people around the bar, and even the bartender himself started pulling out weapons. And
I don't know who or why want to drug you or your sister or try and hurt you in any way. No, they're all humans trying to get
Okay. Classic aggressive human behavior.
Yep.
Yeah, the people whose skin changes colors. I can tell when
This
you're
all
sick.
sounds really bad. I'm not sure what to do, but help me feel useful right now. I can stall for you. I heard the police were trying to get a hold of you as well. If the police are somehow involved in this and after you, I don't know how long I can hold them off for you if you need. You need to get yourself together and find your sister. I don't know where she's gone either. None of us have seen her. Since last night anyways. It's brought her in the room.
I would like to name
Yeah, if it makes you feel better.
Alright.
It
While
has the intelligence.
you do that, I'll try and do what I can here.
Slightly smarter than Rock.
Yes.
If you need anything else or need any help, just call me, let me know.
probably just to refund tickets for the missed show, but
Me and Reyes have been trying to do that all this morning. It's been a real shit show.
yeah.
I've got a
For us.
built-in smuggling
Alright. But
my cheek pouch.
Dune kind of agrees with you, and He'll do what he can
As
to.
soon as I
He's
get a grenade,
very
he's
loyal
looking
to
at me.
you and Naomi. He doesn't know.
Is that where you keep your ammo too? We go like anywhere you have your knife.
So before I go, I'll do coats anyway.
You-
Everything else.
Once that happens, I did take.
I'm ready.
Whoa.
I'm ready.
I have some knives.
Like, do you oil your stuff?
Yeah. Yeah, surprise me active that night. Anyways, most of the things I got
You're like,
hit by an
Which
actual
ones you
enemy, and then when we got back to the hotel room, I assumed I crashed from the adrenaline rush. Just crashed.
it's just a you checking.
How long has it been?
You kind of look down at yourself. You look at your leg. It's bandaged up already. There's a little bit of like a blood spot. You look off to where Naomi's room is, and there is a window. You also look around yourself some more, and you notice a ring on your finger that wasn't there before.
I'm married.
Ooh. To the guy that's out in the alley.
I've just been wed.
Please help!
I now have a family.
My new bride needs me.
I'm gonna miss the altars.
Well, congratulations on the nuptials. And Osfields.
Yeah.
The ring itself is golden color with a small skull sitting on top of it, with an even smaller red jewel sitting inside one of the eyes. There are symbols around the band in some language that you it is embroidered inside.
Really forces
You've
the two
never
decks
seen
to-
this ring,
Yeah,
but
till
it's
that's
pretty,
it's maybe
pretty beautiful.
orchestral.
pretty nice.
But you don't know what it is or how it got there.
Especially when they're like, well,
That works for
they crush bones from the outside.
finger, I guess.
You try to pull it off.
Yeah, these ones
But
are real
no
strategic.
strength in my
From whatever happened last night, your fingers are a little fat. And it doesn't
bloated.
come off. They're a little bloated.
And alcohol. I told you alcohol bad. It
Oh,
makes me
alcohol
fat.
makes me fat.
Remember, I can't perform.
I'm so
I
blown.
can go in front of people like that.
My fans
I'm
are
getting out.
God damn it, lumpy space princess.
My fans are gonna tell them like 0.1 weight off. Kill them.
Look at this dumbass. It's a bear guy.
I love that.
Nothing but like a small.
Yeah, it's just
I
like,
can't even pinch it.
Yeah.
like literally goes to grab it and just.
You actually have abs.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
you pinch the little fold of skin on your belly button.
Yeah.
Come on.
Are y'all born that way?
I think they're like elves. They physically can't be fat.
Probably.
You ever seen a fat elf?
You imagine a fat elf? You're like, somebody kill that.
It's pork.
Yeah, that's fair.
How far up are we?
You are on the 16th floor.
16th.
Man, jump.
I got parachute. I don't. I could fly.
Did you buy the flight suit?
There is an escape ladder. There is an escape ladder. down.
Okay. So it's still possible to
It's sugar glider suit.
onto it.
Yeah.
Perception would be the 14.
14.
Yep.
What are you looking for? Exactly.
Yes.
Just looking out to see where your location is, or
I mean, if there's fire escape ladder, I guess would there be any signs that people have gone through here recently? I guess it's a little hard to say. Like, because here just
looking for signs of like recent movement on the balcony or anything.
basically.
Yeah. You look around at the window and the escape ladder, and it looks like there is like a little smattering of one of the steel rails that is on the escape ladder itself. Everything looks decently clean. Room service hasn't come in yet, so the bed is still
Well, there's just
unmade.
like the throttle.
There's towels on the ground like when you guys were showering.
And
Like her hairbrush is there
He
still.
should have.
Like she does have clothes in the closet that she normally would take. You climb,
Some shit.
Or no, it's like a roll.
you climb all the way down,
Pretty much.
and it leads to a small alley near the hotel as well. Recycling and stuff would be normally picked up. It's a cleanish alley. It's not like where homeless would live or anything like that. A better part of town, but
There's no guy in pain.
no, there's nobody screaming pain. Going down some of the floors, you did hear some like ruckus. 12. It did recently rain, so there's a little bit of mud on the ground itself.
I mean, I can
So it's a
see
little
the
harder to tell. You root around for a little bit, and you do hear these sirens kind of run by towards the hotel
I think I
itself.
wish to put a ride in the cellars.
Are you serious?
You look around for a good 5 minutes, looking around just the general area of the steps itself. There is a boot print in the ground, but there's no blood.
Joyce is
You don't recognize the blueprint.
Make a history's not a thing.
I think it's
Culture. Yeah, make a culture because that would technically be history.
that's what I would think.
You recognize it. It is Naomi's.
So they have a different one. Which way is the blueprint?
The boot points off towards your hotel. Points off towards the east side of the building.
Or they head that way.
You start heading out that way. It leads to the sidewalk going down one of the main streets of Aeon. Or Vermeer. You guys are on Vermeer.
Where's those other buckets?
They're still in the back upstairs.
Yeah, Vermeer.
You're the one who left them.
You weren't
The place itself is kind of dusty. Vermeer is a drier planet. It's not the most devoid of plant life, but it is drier. I would say it's more akin to like Vegas. Vegas.
Yeah, that's why we got shot at. But dry. It just rained.
Yeah, it just rained, but
I mean,
the area is usually dry.
Yeah. You're good.
Dirt and sand. It does get hit by dust storms every now and again. But
Yeah, I know. I'm in Vegas right now. Shit.
That actually be kind of dope.
hit by a dust storm.
I mean, I've never been in a sandstorm, but I mean, I think it'd be cool
I'm here to tell
if I could be inside.
What, inside of a building?
Yeah, like you know,
Okay,
it's like
yeah.
watching a thunderstorm. Like,
Yeah.
I don't want to be out in the thunderstorm. I do want to see
stand
it.
past the window.
Yeah, exactly. It's just like wow, Mother Nature. Good thing I'm in this modern building.
I mean, yeah, okay, yeah. Fucking a lot of time, elementary school, we'll have a line up outside, and it's very windy because there's desert. It's always wind. It is not fun when the wind is blowing from where the baseball field would be, and you have all the sand just blowing at that speed. You're wearing shorts.
Just getting sandblasted.
Basically, it fucking hurts. It stings.
It's
Yeah,
like when you're on the beach and it's too windy. It's nice and sand just
yeah.
I love it.
I love every second of it.
I just mean, like, you know, I see a video of like sandstorms, like giant sandblast.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'd love to see that in person.
I'd love to be in a golf cart in there. I'd love to Mad Max.
Yeah, ride full speed into the storm. Yeah.
Yeah, you're out on the street.
There's a lot of traffic.
There's a lot of traffic.
I don't think you're gonna find her.
Well, if I get a phone call, I'm going to stay.
You have a special set of skills.
I do have a special skills. Even though I took 3 points of damage and that hurt a lot.
You know, I just
Took like basically 20. God damn, Naomi's good.
the first taking was good, but
Yeah.
by the second and third, why is this man letting his family be kidnapped so often? Is it just for the thrill of getting them back?
I think it's like the third one he gets kidnapped. And
What?
His daughter has to like this.
Now she has the special set of skills. Well, it's like what's that movie? Olympus Has Fallen, like where the president gets kidnapped and the guys that save him.
Yeah.
And then, like, the same exact thing happens in the sequel, like, London has fallen. I'm like, why are you so bad at... Why did the president get kidnapped so many times, my dude? Somebody fire this man. Get a new Secret Service. This should not be happening this often.
Well, I don't imagine I'm going to find any clues in the street because, I mean, there's a lot of footprints. Wow.
There's a lot of footprints.
Yeah.
A lot of people. A lot of cars.
I heard sirens coming and approaching.
Yeah, you did hear sirens approaching. Make a perception.
All right. Son of a bitch. That's a 7.
7. Okay.
Son of the bitch.
You try looking around some more, but again, it's really hard to tell in these busy streets of where Naomi might have gone to.
Mm-hmm.
And as you're looking for maybe 10, 15 minutes, you hear, for a split second, a car get dangerously close to you, or some sort of vehicle get dangerously close to you. And you feel an immediate and sudden sharp pain in the back of your head as you almost turn to look, as someone out the window just clubs you in the back of the head as you're out on the street.
Nice.
As you're unconscious, you have what feels like a flashback or a dream or something. And it was just after you guys had escaped from whoever was trying to get you.
What was happening?
You had managed to make it to the hotel and called the authorities, and then you placed Naomi in her bed. She was passed out and didn't wake up till later that night, or early in the morning, or when.
Mm-hmm.
But when she awoke, you were just bringing in room service to her so she could eat. You sat the plate of food next to her, but when Naomi was sitting in the bed, she didn't look normal. She was pale and had dark, baggy-looking eyes. And as she sat next to you and you next to her, she looked at you and asked for your name. Inquisitively, she said, "Chio? Is that you, sister?" You said yes for an answer, and as soon as you did, her demeanor turned almost evil with intention. She immediately lashed out, knocking over the plate of food and wrestled you to the ground and began to choke you to death. Before you could take your last breath, she held you down with an unnatural grip. You looked over on the ground, and a knife from the plate had landed next to you. You instinctively grabbed it and thought of it for a moment of stabbing your sister, but quickly realized what you were doing. So you flipped it around and just hit her over the head with the blunt edge, knocking her over and out again. You sat and caught your breath for a few moments, looking again at your sister. Your hands and body shook, and you had no idea what just happened. She was never like that before. But that's when you looked over and noticed a ring upon your finger, something you hadn't seen her wear before. For some reason, you instinctively looked at it and slipped the ring off of her finger and placed it on your hand as well. As you place it back onto your finger, you come back to your senses. You wake up. You find yourself in the middle of some metal square shell. Some sort of encampment or prison. Something. There's a blast clear shield that sits out. You can see there's a bed in your room. But that's about it. You feel a ringing in the back of your head as you feel a noticeable bump and possibly some patching of the skin. Prick your neck a little bit more. But that is what we had.
Not too bad.
My
I
sister
mean, it was bad. You got shot at, and then your sister got drugged, and then she got kidnapped. And
disappeared, and then I
Disappeared.
suddenly remembered that, she tried to attack me.
tried to murder you, and you
So I took
almost
her,
murdered her.
I took her ring, the one ring to rule them all.
Oh, perfect.